Good morning, children. Today we'll study about the types of organizational structure. So, types of organizational structure. There are basically two types of organizational structure: functional structure and divisional structure. Now, first one, functional structure. So, functional structure is a structure in which departments are created on the basis of different functions performed in the organization. All of us know that there are different functions in the organization, and according to these functions, the structure which is created is called the functional structure. The different types of functions in the organization may be human resource function, or the research and development function, marketing function, finance function, purchasing function, and the many others. So these are the different functions in the organization, and according to these different functions, a structure in the organization is created. This structure is basically called the functional structure. Now, in which type of organization this type of structure is suitable, or functional structure is suitable? Firstly, if the size of the organization is large, generally with a single product, if the organization is very big and selling a single product or a small number of similar products, then this type of structure will be very effective. Now, if in the organization activities are diversified, then also this organization functional structure will be the best one. And if the operations require a high degree of specialization, if in the organization operations require a high degree of specialization, means high degree of specialists are required, specialist people are required, then also a manager should make a functional structure organization. Now, what are the advantages of functional structure? The first advantage of the functional structure is it leads to occupational specialization. The people here, the human resource people will be specialist in their work. Finance people will be specialist in their work. A finance person will know each and everything about the finance. A marketing person will know each and everything about the marketing, but he will not know anything about the finance. So each and every person will become the specialist in his work, which is called the occupational specialization. It promotes control and coordination within the departments. All these departments coordinate among themselves to achieve the organizational objectives. And for this managing director, it also becomes very easy to control these organizations, because each department is given specialized work, and if the work is not performed properly, then it is easy to control that department. It leads to minimum duplication of efforts. Each one, you see, finance people will do only the finance work, he cannot do the marketing work, so duplication of work is not there. It leads to increased efficiency and profit. Since single person is doing only one work, efficiency of the person increases. Because of that, the profit of the organization increases, and the organization grow into a very profitable and effective organization. It makes training of employee easier. Since the departments are made, training of the employees becomes very easier, because once the person is placed in the marketing department, he will be trained about the marketing department only. If a person is placed in the finance department, he will be trained only in the finance department. So training of the employees also becomes very easier. It ensures that all functions get due attentions. So here we can see that all the functions are given equal importance by the MD. So this is the sixth advantage of the functional structure in the organization. Now, there are also some disadvantages related with this. The first disadvantage is work is assigned as per the specialization. So as the person is specialist in his work, according to the specialization only the work is assigned. A person who is specialist in marketing cannot be assigned a finance work. This is the first disadvantage. It becomes difficult to hold a particular department responsible for any problem. If there is problem in the department, in the whole company, then one single department cannot be made responsible. All the departments will be made responsible because the organization has not able to achieve the objectives and all of them have done the work. So no single department can be regarded as responsible. Third disadvantage is when the organization grows, structure of department becomes complicated. So as this organization grows, the structure becomes very complicated and creates problem in the coordination. Then point number 4, fourth disadvantage, conflicts often arises when the interest of two or more departments are not compatible. When often the conflict arises between the marketing and finance because their departments are different and both the departments are not compatible. If both of them will not work with the single objective and both of them will not cooperate, both of them will compete with themselves, then it becomes very tough to coordinate and then run the departments. Fifth disadvantage is there is lack of flexibility as people may develop a narrow perspective. So a finance department will develop a finance perspective while the marketing department will develop a marketing perspective and they will compete among themselves. And both of them may not be able to appreciate their viewpoint or views to grow the organization. As a result, there will be a conflict. And this is the last disadvantage of the functional organization. Today only this much. Thank you.